So a girl got flued out by this Miami dude who is supposed to, or he classifies himself as a high value man. But he's a club promoter in Miami, and he decided to fly her out. Now he goes on video to pretty much try to embarrass her because he feels like what he paid for ain't what he got. So he wanted to get an IG thought to come out to see him that had a snatched small waist and a big old ghetto booty. Well, when she got there, she was thick, but she wasn't as, snatched and small in the waist and big in the butt as he would have liked. So he ended up kicking her out and making her find her way home. Now, I'm going to show you the video and I'm going to tell you my thoughts on the matter after. Let's pull it up.
I'm not.
All right, you're not ugly. I'm not saying you're ugly, but
I'm not a whack ugly. My nigga still got ass. Like, I'm still thick. I still got ass. Like, what the?
You don't look like your gram. You don't. You don't. I'm just saying. You feel me? And I'm saying it in the most respectful way. Like, the way your Instagram looks and the way you look in real life is not the same thing. Your waist is like going on Instagram. Your ass is big on Instagram. It's like it's a whole. It's like listen. It's not even a debate. You feel me? It's not the same thing at all. And I just wish I knew before I spent $400. You feel me? I could have just gave them $400 to my little sister or something.
All right. So then he starts to show pictures of what he says were her IG pics and then showing pictures of what he says was real life.
Okay, nice to meet you, Michelle.
Okay.
I'm not.
All right, you're not ugly.
And then he showed basically her being kicked out of his house, and he ended up saying that, she had to find her own way home. Now, me, I feel like that's giving corny. I feel like if you're going to fly a girl out, the common decent thing to do is just like canceling flights, all that, leaving women stranded, all that. Even if you're unsatisfied, I feel like that's giving corny. I also feel like it's very much given very corny for him to try to embarrass her on Instagram, because although, yes, I don't believe in catfishing, I don't think that women should be snatching their photos so much to where what they are in real life is so far from what they're showing on the gram. I don't agree with that, and I don't think that that's cool. However, I don't think that she was so far on the spectrum of like extreme to where it needed embarrassment online. Now, was her waist in the photos snatched a little bit more than in real life? Was her butt given a little bit bigger? Yes. Now, the tattoos look like two different tattoos, so I don't even know if this is really the real girl that he put a side by side. But if this is if this photo right here to the left is really what showed up to the right, is her butt as big? No. But is she like some retribution or some, got out the car looking like Freddie Jackson type chick to where you needed to really seriously embarrass her online? I don't think so. I feel like that's corny. And I feel like the way that certain men handle situations, it shows that you're a corny, whack ass dude. And I mean, you're a trick at the end of the day. You talk about, I spent $400. I could have gave that to my little sister. I mean, you're a trick. So whether you gave it to her, you're going to trick on the next girl. And it's giving trick vibes. So it's like you trying to embarrass her, but you're also exposing yourself as being a nigga that got to pay for pee. You know what I'm saying? A dude that got to pay for the pee or whatever. So like you're exposing yourself at the same time. Now, do I agree? Like I said, no, I don't think that women should be out here heavily filtering their pictures to the point to where who show up is a totally different person. And I don't feel like you should be altering your body so to the extreme. But even if she plump her butt a little bit more than what it is in real life, again, I don't think the extremes was that extreme to where it deemed embarrassment. So I felt like that was given corny. Now, a lot of people under this post on my Instagram, they were like, well, if he's paying for a product and the product that he paid for ain't what he got, then he's allowed to be disappointed and he could do this and this and that. Da, 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 da. Now, if what you paid for and what you got, I understand being disappointed, but I feel like that's something that you give to the group text, like, my nigga, you not gonna believe shorty when she came, her butt really wasn't as fat as da 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 da. Like, I feel like that's something for the group text. If you gotta go to the lengths of trying to embarrass a woman that you paid for the pussy for, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's corny. Like, we are in an age of FaceTime. We are in an age of, you should be able to vet certain things before you're dropping money, to where you feel like, oh damn, I'm so scammed, to where I need to really embarrass this person. Like, if you feel like $400 is such a big deal that you dropped on this girl and you feel like you was so scammed, I feel like before you drop the money that you can't afford to spend without giving exactly what you expected to get, then you should have FaceTimed her. Like, let me see the ass, let me see this, let me see that product, the way that you presented it to the internet. So if you're tricking and you're buying, the box, then you should have verified that the box that you're paying for is the box that you're gonna get when it get delivered. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's corny. Like, a lot of these dudes, they think that they see these supposed online dating gurus, and they see all these people, and they see, how entertaining it is to embarrass women. And we come to this climate to where people thrive and they get off of trying to embarrass women, like, oh, he needed to record for his protection. I feel like that's bogus. Like, yeah, okay, if you want to record. But feeling like you need to record and then bring it to the internet to embarrass her, I feel like that's giving whack. And then also looking at how he looks. Like, you look like a thirsty, corny dude. Like, look at you. It just be the audacity for me. Like, it just be the audacity of dudes. It be the most dustiest looking, bummiest dudes who be trying to embarrass women and other men and other women, because mind you, it was a lot of women under this post too who was like, that's what she get, she should have this and this, she should have not snatched her. I mean, I understand that she should not have advertised false advertisement, but that don't deem, oh, let me embarrass you and humiliate you online. I just don't agree with that. I feel like all the people who be co-signing that be just like, they just be showing how corny they are, because even if you're disappointed in something, like, you can still be a gentleman at the end of the day and be like, this ain't really what I expected. So, I think that we should part ways or something like that. But to leave a female stranded, to do all of that, you like canceling flights, telling her like, oh, now you got to find your way home and this and that. I feel like that's whack. I feel like that's totally, totally, totally whack. I feel like guys, each and every day, show us exactly how corny they really are. Like, it's given cornier and cornier by the day, because they are following the leader of, they got their so-called godfather, right? And all of these men are following behind the leader, and they're getting entertainment from embarrassing women. So I feel like, ladies, you really have to use your discernment and be on guard when dealing with these niggas, because they are getting entertainment out of embarrassing you. They log online and they see a man embarrass women every single day, and they get their rocks off from that. So now in real life, they want to then in turn embarrass women as well. Now, ladies, I don't agree that you should be out here catfishing dudes. I don't think that that's cool. Also, we're in 2021. Since when did FaceTime stop working? We even in a day and age to where you could FaceTime an Android if you got an iPhone. We got Messenger through Instagram. Like, it's too many messaging options. WhatsApp, FaceTime, Instagram. Like, it's too many streaming options to be able to check the person who you are trying to fly out and see if they really what it is. So the whole notion of he needed to embarrass her, if that was warranted, I feel like that's a cop out and that's bullshit. I feel like he could have very well checked and vetted if the product that he was tricking for was what he was really gonna get. Now she didn't have to get on live or get on FaceTime and be naked and all of that, but he could have very well seen if the merchandise was what he was paying for, because in essence all he was really doing was paying for some box at the end of the day. I just don't agree with putting people on Front Street if you don't feel like, if it's not like a detriment to your life type of thing. Like for me, I recently put somebody on blast because I felt like at that point it needed to be documented because they were going into Creepyville, and it was at that point I felt like it was a detriment to my life and it needed to be documented online. This I don't feel like was an extreme case to where, oh, now you gotta, embarrass her online. I feel like give people warnings first, like I did. I gave the person a warning, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. To the point where it's like, okay, I'm tired of telling you, leave me alone. Now I'm about to blast you. I don't feel like on the first account to just embarrass somebody off the rip. I don't agree with that at all. And I don't think that he needed to embarrass her. But ladies, here's a little tip for you. If a guy has never met you before and he sees you online and he's telling you that he wants to fly you out and he gonna pay for the ticket, as he should. Don't be paying for no ticket for a nigga to fly you out for him to fuck you. That's giving corny. That's giving girl, we don't do that. However, if a guy sees you online, right, and he's interested in you and he wants to fly you out, there's a thing that you must know. His intention is to screw you. He wants to screw, okay? If you don't want to screw, then do not take the flight. That's number one. I seen a post on it's on site, and I think it was like Sukiana, and she was talking about like why are women taking flights with people that they don't have an intention on having sex with, which I think that I agree with her. Like if you don't have intentions on having intercourse with this person, I don't think that you should be accepting such a flight to where you are now out of your area and you're in his area where he's in control of the situation. You can't just up and bounce or whatever, and you put yourself in an awkward situation. Now, does no mean no? Absolutely. Can you change your mind? Can you want to give him the box and then change your mind? Absolutely. I'm never saying that it's automatic and you have to have sex with somebody. That's not the case. I'm just saying if you know what I'm saying, that's not the type of time you on, don't accept the flight. Period. Okay? Now, since we are grown and you may want to hump just like he may want to hump, and you feel like, girl, you know what I'm saying, it's that time, shit, he want to fuck, I want to do, you know what I'm saying? Then the way you go about it is look up the flight, send him the flight, screenshot of the amount. Okay? You show him, this is the flight that I want to take, this is how much it costs. He then sends you the money for said flight. Okay? Never take a flight, like, don't pay for a flight to go see a nigga for him to just want to fuck you. That's out. Now, if he want to fuck you and you want to fuck too, he show him how much the flight costs. Okay? He gonna send you the money for the flight, and you book the flight yourself. You book the flight yourself, and only thing that you need to take. What's unrealistic? I seen somebody say Neek unrealistic. What's unrealistic about what I said? What's unrealistic about that? What part? What part? Hold on, wait. What's unrealistic? What's part is unrealistic? You said why would he send the money to her? She could just keep it. That's where you use discernment. Like why would you send money to a girl, or why would you be trying to fly out a girl who you feel like if you sent her the money for the flight and y'all arranging a flight that she's going to just keep it? You said that's unrealistic to send her the money and hope she's going to buy the ticket. What type of people do y'all be dealing with? What type of people do y'all be dealing with is what I want to know. Because what part is unrealistic? Like, why are you dealing with somebody who you're making arrangements for them to see you? Y'all feeling each other. You interested in her. She interested in you or whatever. But you feel like if you send her money to buy the flight, that she gonna run off with the money and she not gonna. What type of people are y'all dealing with? Because any guy that deal with me, I'm telling you, if you're watching on motherfucking line, period, anybody who I'm interested in, who's interested in me, and they look at me and they're like, Nick, I want to fly you out. I want to show you a good time. And I'm on my grown woman shit too. And I'm like, damn, what I'm saying? I don't mind going out there. I'm not gonna put myself in a position to where a nigga is gonna one way ticket me or book a flight for me that he could cancel and he get on some corny shit. Cause like I said, niggas is corny every day. Like I'm not gonna do that. Like a guy, in order for me to leave my state of California, I have to book the flight myself. But I'm not booking the flight on my dime for me to get flown out for a nigga to fuck me. Period. And if y'all going for that, if a guy tell you, oh, oh my, I think you're gonna run off on the little $200. Because how much are these flights really? Come on now. The flights, if you flying domestically, the flights is $200 to $300. If a guy is sweating you and he crying over thinking that you gonna run off with $200 or $300, then leave that nigga alone, period. And I'm on no shallow shit, but I'm not about to deal with a nigga that's gonna cry over $200 or $300 who think that, oh, she might not book the flight with this $200 and it's gonna be such a detriment that like, no, I'm not dealing with nobody that's about to that's gonna think that I'm gonna run off with their money or whatever. And I'm not dealing with nobody that's gonna cry over $200 flight. I'm just not gonna do it. So if y'all deal with guys and the bar is that, if the bar is that, and you paying for your flight for a nigga to fuck you, that's on you. Because at the end of the day, we are all grown. But at the end of the day, these dudes who fly you out only want to fuck you. So if you're paying for yourself to get fucked by a nigga and he just fucking you and discarding you and you're paying for that out of your money, I'm sorry, I can't relate. I'm just saying, I can't relate. I can't relate to that. I can't relate to that. That's just me. I feel like if you are a person, don't ever let a nigga one way flight you either. That's a red flag. Don't let no dude get you out to no city and be like, I'm gonna pay for the flight there or whatever. And then once you get here, I'm gonna pay for the flight back. You're setting yourself up to be in a trick bag. Don't do it. Also, another tip that I got, if we on some grown shit, I'm talking about us being grown. Okay? I'm talking about us being grown. Ladies, now if you are on some grown shit and you talking to a guy, right? He interested in you. You interested in him. He want to fly you out. You already know if he want to fly you out, he want to fuck. So that means that you thinking like, okay, I want to fuck him too. I'm feeling him too. If you feel that way, he sends you the money, because we not taking flights without him sending us the money and us booking our own flights, because we're not going to no nigga city to where he could cancel the flight and leave us stranded. We're not doing that. Anyways, so once all of those things are set in place, he sends you the money, you book the flight or whatever, and, or you accept to, go out there. Don't go to no city to where once you get there, if something goes awry, because at the end of the day, you can want to have sex with somebody and then they could be corny or they could be on some weirdo time and you could not want to, I'm saying, have sex with them. Don't accept no flight from no guy if you cannot cover your own hotel for the duration of the time that you are there. Okay? If you on your grown woman stuff, right? And a guy say he want to fly you out and you say, okay, fly me out. He sends you the money, so you can get your ticket. Don't accept that exchange if you do not have just in case money to secure a hotel for your duration of that visit. If he wants to fly you out and if you're staying there for 2 days, 3 days, or 4 days, and you don't have just in case money for your own hotel for the duration of your stay, don't take the flight. Okay? If you on your period, the reason that he flying you out is because he want to fuck. Don't take the flight because you just putting yourself in an awkward situation. Okay? Now, at any moment in time when you meet up with any guy, whether he fly you out or not, you can change your mind and you can say, I thought I wanted to fuck you, but I don't. You can change your mind at any time. But anytime that you change your mind in a guy who has an intention on sleeping with you, he's going to give off some type of vibe that you might not want to be around any longer. Make sure you have just in case money for a hotel to secure your duration of the trip. Okay? Don't go nowhere broke. And that's on period. What, Dominique?
Hi, Nick. I love your show. No,
What?
but I was coming in about the unrealistic part. I think you can't put your morals on everybody else. Everybody else don't have the same morals that you do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm
There's
giving
some
tips.
you say what?
I'm giving them tips. I'm we
Yeah, but again,
talking
like when people say unrealistic about a dude sit cash apping or zelling whatever, um females do run off with the bag or whatever or the little money bag.
but
That's what
what
I'm
kind
saying.
of
You
girls
can't
are
put your morals on everybody else. Everybody else don't have your morals. You know what I'm saying?
y'all? Okay, but if you feel like first of all, first of all, let's stop flying out people that we never met. How about we start there?
That's
If we want to take it there. Okay. So now
true.
that we're flying out people that we know, right? We're flying out people that we know. If you're spending money to fly somebody into your area or vice versa, know them. So if you know them, you should know whether or not they're gonna run off with your little $200 or not. Don't send somebody or don't try to fly somebody out that you think gonna run off with your funky ass $200.
Okay, let me ask another question. Why do you have a problem with women buying their own ticket if they wanted to see meet up with each other? Because I feel like if a woman bought her own ticket, now she's not obligated, or she don't have that pressure of being obligated to sleep with dude. You know what I'm saying?
She can buy her own ticket if she wants to. That's on her. Now, if she wants to fly out there, then yes, that alleviates the obligation of him feeling like he's obligated for some box. You're absolutely right about that. But she's going to buy her own ticket. She's going to get there. She's going to be in his area still. He's still going to fuck her on her dime. So, at the end of the day, whether she buys her own flight or not, the intention is still gonna be sex.
True, but I'm just talking about
But
obligation
does
of if she
that take
get there
away?
and the nigga
Does
corny.
that take away the automatic feeling like you obligated to the pussy? Yes, it does.
I'm
But
just
they
talking about
still gonna fuck you still. So,
that's true.
but
And she probably
and I'm telling y'all just on some just in case shit. Like whenever I get flown out, like I've been flown out and I don't fuck a nigga at all, but I tell them before I get there. You get what I'm saying? You also have to let it be known what it is. So I've gotten flown out by a guy, and I told him, you know what I'm saying? You want to spend time with me? That's fine, but I'm not having sex with you, and I'm very adamant about that. And I understand that when I get there, this nigga gonna say that he agrees to that, and he may switch up. That's when I have my just in case money for my hotel, just in case. But luckily, I've used my discernment to where the guys that I deal with, when we've made these agreements, like, okay, I'll fly out, we can spend time, and I'm not having sex with you. I haven't had a hiccup with that. Like, guys been like, okay, I'm not gonna do it. Will that be every guy? No. Some guys will say, yeah, okay, I ain't gonna have sex with you. And then when you get there, they're gonna still try to fuck you. So always have your just in case money, is all I'm
So
saying.
let me ask another question then. When you get there, should the woman be in the hotel, or you go to his crib?
On the first time that she's there, the first meetup,
Yeah.
I don't think it should be at his house. No.
Okay.
The
And
first
I just say, get strapped. I feel like if you're gonna be traveling like that,
the first time you meet up with a guy and y'all have never met up before, I feel like it should be in a hotel. It should not be at his house. No.
yeah. But I also feel like, man, do for both parties, men and women. Like, if you flying out to somebody's city, you don't know them like that, and they portraying one thing. I really do feel like you should be packing, if you have one, packing protection, like a gun or something like that, pepper spray, whatever, slingshot. I don't know.
Hey, Lucky.
Hey, girl, how you doing?
What's your thoughts on this whole topic with your whole eyes?
You know my whole eyes is looking at this. I said, honey, she done pulled out chapter 3 of Holations, Book of the World. That's 3 of Holations. Yes, I agree with 100% with everything you said, especially when you get flued out. You supposed to get the money and shit first. They got to secure your thing to send you out. You should not be spending your own money to go get no dig.
See, why the man can't just buy the ticket? You know what I'm saying?
Because
what's wrong with the man?
Because I don't know if you are going to
cancel the flight,
That's just what happened to do. Cancel the flight.
You get mad and then you be like, I don't want to pay for your trip back. No, you don't do that.
You make sure that it's round trip ticket. You don't buy one ticket at a time. You make sure it's round trip ticket, because after you
guy pays for it, he has the record locator and he could cancel the flight.
Yeah, but if she's already out there on the round trip ticket, you can't cancel the flight back.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. Not on the round trip ticket.
Why can't you?
You can cancel the flight. That's true.
Yes, you can. On a round trip ticket, it's 2 different flights. Even though it's grouped together.
Yeah, I know, but even still, like,
you can yes, you can cancel the flight. Yes, you can.
Like, for me, the whole.
Go ahead.
That's the truth.
For me, the whole how it was done, he absolutely fouled for that. The getting online, the canceling the flight, and all of that was foul as hell.
Yeah, that's corny. Yeah, corny for that.
But at the end of the day, let's look at it figuratively. He ordered a package on Amazon based on the picture that was on the on the the package showed up and it wasn't what he wanted, and he sent it back. Well, he didn't send it back because he would have put it on the flight. So, but you get what I mean.
Here's the thing. If I pay for that video, I'm about to get my money worth, yo.
But my whole thing is, if you're paying for a flight for a female, your purpose is you want to get the pussy. Why not see the product that you're paying for before you pay the money?
That's a fact. Hey, that's why FaceTime.
No, I agree. He could have FaceTimed her and all of that too, but
man, you got Google Duo.
And the reason
like
people keep saying that she could have hustled the little $200 or whatever is because the fact that she catfished him in the first place is the sign that she's like a scammer and she a liar.
Hey, Chica, I'm not broke.
She catfished him, right?
Trust me.
She catfished him.
So the premise is somebody catfished somebody and then showed up, secured the bag, got flued out, catfished somebody, and it wasn't even the person that they ordered.
Right.
Let me show you the video.
Maybe she showed up with a dick in her hand.
You can't go into a lie and then try to make the lie a truth when you going into it in a lie.
It wasn't an extreme case to where it was like retribution. Like she done face tuned her stomach in and her butt like a little bit. It wasn't like that extreme to where it was.
Girl,
like,
if you don't look like the picture, or at least if you don't look like your video self when they show you on the thing, you catfishing. Folks be putting up pictures from 2010 when their body was snatched, and then in 2021 they bloated and swollen and they knuckles.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me show you the video. Wait, let me show you the video.
I'm not.
All right, you're not ugly. I'm not saying you're ugly, but
I'm
you're.
not ugly, bitch, but the nigga still got ass. Like, I'm too big. Still got ass. Like, what the
You don't look like your gram. You don't. You don't. I'm just saying. You feel me? And I'm saying it in the most respectful way. Like the way your Instagram looks and the way you look in real life is not the same thing. Your waist is like going on Instagram. Your ass is big on Instagram. It's a whole. It's like listen. It's not even a debate. You feel me? It's not the same thing at all. And I knew before I spent $400. You feel me? I could have just gave them $400 to my little sister or something.
He corny.
Yeah, he corny for that. He corny for publicizing it that way.
If she ain't ugly, bruh, get your money worth, fool. What you doing?
Hey, that's what I'm
hunching.
The picture on the left.
Hey.
Hey,
that's what I.
That's the same
thing I said.
But look, the picture on the left is supposed to be her IG pic, and the picture on the right is supposed to be how she showed up.
Man, I don't know. I personally feel like he take the L in this. I feel like guys gotta have a little bit more discernment. Like that's on y'all. Like you should know by now that IG is nothing but smoke and mirrors.
Exactly.
So like, what is their surprise? I mean, even in the picture, you can tell like the thighs don't match the butt. So I don't know what's there to be shocked about.
Right, but again, she ain't ugly.
It's like
I'm getting
like Dominique said, it's a matter of integrity, you know, and even and Nick said it herself, you know. You gotta present yourself as who you are and be who you are.
No, I mean, but that's the thing. But y'all know that people don't present. Like IG, like a lot of people's highlight reels. It's a lot of angles. It's all that. Like to me, if you don't know that by now, then that's on you for being a fool.
But I'm with Dominique because I said the same thing in my comment when I commented on Nick's Instagram of that video. Like, you know, at the end of the day, most dudes would have been like, you know what, she here, she not ugly. Yeah, she not what she said she is, but she not terrible either. Yeah, she don't got a big giant super booty, but the booty not flat anyway. You know, this might just.
I personally feel like he did that to embarrass her, to humble her.
No,
it just seemed like a beta male move.
But he looked corny though.
But that's what I'm saying. I think he did it on purpose. I don't think that. I mean, listen. Most men, and we gotta be honest. Most men, look, as long as you got, you got something down there, they're gonna, even if you like you said, down like a wildebeest.
Okay,
a wildebeest.
Let's put it. Let's do another.
So we can stop the cat right there. The fact that he didn't even try, that shows that he was just probably doing that on purpose.
Let's do a hypothetical so y'all can try to see it from the male point of view. Let's say that he sent her pictures of his stuff and he portrayed himself like he was.
Somebody got background noise.
Mandingo, right?
Guys catfish that too, mind you. I gotta say that too. Guys catfish and they be taking those up close angles. You know damn well that's too close to make it look big.
I have been dick fished before, and
that's what I'm saying. So
very mad about it. A nigga.
Me too.
He put his
niggas catfish, catfish, all kinds of shit.
Yes.
His dick fish.
If they gotta hold their hand around it and take a picture, they catfish it.
I always say put it next to something. Put it next to something you'll know.
It ain't. They catfish it. It's little. It's little. It's little. Just trust me. It's little.
Yeah, y'all. We don't want to talk about how much y'all dick fish, but y'all want to talk about.
They sure do.
I don't.
Want to talk about
sure do.
all the way to that.
Nah, just because you know, but there's a lot of motherfuckers that do. That go on Google and put that shit up there.
Put it like extra close where you trying to make it look like it's big, please. It's like girls know. We know that the angles you do too.
I'm a person that doesn't have to do that, so that's why.
Let me say,
you should be proud of that, sir. But not everybody else is like that proud, unfortunately.
but that's what I'm saying. It's like if in a deeper sense, the fact that people do catfish and stuff like that is actually, in a more serious
Let's
tone,
talk
is a
about y'all
reflection of
putting
their
on
own
magnums that y'all
insecurities.
can't fit. How about that? Let's talk about it. Y'all want to talk about a woman catfishing? Let's talk about y'all pulling out the gold pack, knowing damn well you need the clinic Durex that come for the little extra small. Let's talk
That's
Oh
about
a
our
fact.
no, the
catfish.
other
That's a
catfish,
fact.
that
Hey,
other
what's
catfish
the
is
Durex?
when they be out here acting like they balling with their man's money or their mama's
What's the
money. You know
what's the
damn well they ain't even got
Durex?
a job.
What's the Durex? That sound like deodorant.
Nah, that's that little small shit that you get in a one of them clinics and shit like that. Them free condoms and shit. That's the fuck
Oh,
you
the
talking about.
chokers, the
Yeah,
chokers.
No,
them
them
little
joints too
choker
tight.
shits, boy.
They too tight.
Choking
But
nothing. Y'all
Some of y'all be
barely
getting them
choking something.
the gold pack, the magnums, and you got to put a cuff in it or tie a knot on the side for it to stay on there.
Hell no, that's some bullshit right there.
Hey, they tie.
Man,
Hey, people
Dang,
tie a knot
not
on the
the
side
tie on
like
the
it's a
knot on the side, bro.
That's
tie
tie a knot on the
a
side
crazy.
like it's
try
a
to make it
trash
stay
can or
on
something.
there.
The thing that gets me is guys act like we not gonna feel that this ain't matching up when they fucking insert. Like they would literally pull out a gold thing, put it on, it's extra room on there. Like we not gonna feel that this ain't Magnum peen in this Magnum condom. Like y'all be catfishing the most with y'all D, but then want to get on here and talk about a woman wearing weave, a woman wearing
I
this.
don't think
Hey,
niggas can
do wear
catfish
like
dick.
front suit. I
I
got
don't think
clients
No,
niggas
that
can
do
you
just wear
catfish
definitely
lace
dick,
fronts.
can.
bro.
Don't even go there. Don't
Wait,
go there.
Like I
wait,
said, you
what?
definitely can. The
Wait,
angles.
Dudes been wearing wigs way before females. Let's get that right.
wait, what did you say, Dominique? You said men ain't doing what?
I don't think you can really catfish Yo Johnson for real.
Yes,
Yeah.
you
Like you
can.
can.
Yes, you can.
Yes,
We
you
just
Are you
told you the
can.
serious?
angles. Guys know their angles
Niggas
too.
that ass squeeze they shit and then take a
Nah.
picture and be like, I got a big dick.
If you
Fuck out of here.
no, if you talk to enough girls, they'll tell you that dudes
That's
try to
why I be
do it.
like, hey, I'm average, yo. Then she lose the
Guys
If
price.
you talk to enough girls,
absolutely
they'll
have
tell you that
Miss
dudes
J.
try to do it.
Johnson. Are you crazy? Like,
I
please.
don't know.
I seen a guy one time like sent me a picture and I'm like, that is a goddamn anaconda. That shit came in person and it was like my index finger. Niggas know that
Oh shit. Yeah, she had to
please
be in a sausage.
That how
Yo,
he pull that out?
don't tell me
not to be
y'all
hit
ain't out here. Yeah, right.
Oh shit.
He go,
She had a
oh
pig in a
well,
blanket,
okay, at least
bro.
you didn't say
Hey,
pee.
man.
That's a pig in a blanket. Sis. That's not even
I
right.
mean, that's a fact. That does happen. You know.
That ain't even right.
No, for real. I seen a guy like I swear to God, I will never forget this in my life. He sent me pictures,
I'm
and
dead. Somebody put their carrots.
I was like, oh my God, like this shit. I was like, that look like that's gonna hurt. That look like I ain't gonna be able to take it. That looks very much like it's like that is gonna be
Like
off
a
the
good time. It looked like a good time.
yeah. And then when he got there, it was like this, and I'm like, where is the rest that was in the picture? Like, where is the rest?
In this day and
So
age,
what do
can
you
we
do
all agree
then?
that
At
we
that point,
see
that's
that?
where you got to fake sick. Like you just
When you
can't do
get
that.
them,
You're just not that type
when
of
you get them
girl.
to be
Images in this mirror make things appear to be larger with
Sidecar mirror. That's fucked up. Side view mirrors.
We gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. Y'all want to talk about
So
women
he should have
catfish?
ordered
Hey,
Let's talk
one of
about
your
how
I
y'all catfish.
He
so
should have
he should
ordered
have
one of
ordered
them
one of
pumps.
your extension pieces before he showed up to your door. Is what you saying?
Dang.
that's that's a
Is
good
that what you
plug
said,
for it,
Nick?
dog.
I'm
He
just
should have got a
saying.
sleeve, huh?
I'm just saying. A lot of dudes be pulling up with their inches missing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I keep it a
He
buck.
should he should have.
I don't gotta lie.
Yeah, I'm like I keep it a
yeah, a
buck
lot
too.
of dudes do be on
When
that
I send my
powder.
pictures, it's my whole body. It's my whole body. Ain't no faking the funk.
Lucky, do
Sometimes
you
dudes be on
think?
that powder, and that powder make your dick not work. And that coke dick, if they
A
been,
powder. I'm like powder. I'm like I got confused. She's talking about drugs
yeah,
and
Wait, I'm
alcohol.
that
confused. There's a
powder,
powder for enhancement? The hell?
and the dick
No,
don't
no,
work.
she
What
talking
am I
about drugs.
missing?
She talking about
I ain't
drugs.
know
No,
it.
she talking about drugs and alcohol. Cause I was
Oh,
confused too until she said
good
that.
God, because I was over here like, wait, what?
Only
Y'all
powder I
never
Shoot.
know is
heard
baby
people
powder.
doing powder
What you talking
before
about?
sex?
She talking about people
say
doing
about
coke
powder?
before they get.
I'm a different kind of
No, she,
hoe.
Listen, I agree with Nick
she
though,
talking
because at
about.
the end of the day, we got mad shit that you can verify. Like there shouldn't be no need of a catfish. Like her shorty pictures, you could tell it's catfish. You could tell it's catfish. Like you could look at it and see the Photoshop in that shit. And you don't even have to be a photographer or anything like that. You know what I mean? You can literally see the shit is Photoshop. But at the end of the day, I agree with Nick when she said there's mad verification ways. You got WhatsApp, you got Duo, you got Google Meet, you got all kinds of shit. You could have
Nah, for
verified that
real.
shit from straight from gate.
Yeah,
Dead ass.
Nah, for real.
and that's why he
But that's
corny
why I
for
said
acting
that
the way
guys
he
have to have
did.
discernment. Y'all know that it's fake. Y'all know that most of this stuff be cat, but you still choose to go along with it. So whose fault is that?
I honestly felt like he probably scooped the way he probably talked to her like for a while. And you know how niggas get hyped when they talk to a shorty that another nigga can't get? And be like, yo, short, I'm about flowing shorty, yeah, yo. I'm just that hot type shit. And them niggas is
Nah,
probably waiting
I
to see
personally
that
feel like he
shorty.
did it on purpose. I feel like he's a lame. Clearly, he probably couldn't get no girls without money. So I feel like he's probably one of those suckers that like wants to like humble a girl or may take her down a couple levels so he could feel
Yeah,
better
but he
about
look
himself.
corny
And
though.
if that's the case,
But
then
that's
he
what
Look
I'm
just
corny
saying.
to
Like
going
me.
he's
I
clearly
have a
lame.
question. I have a question for all the men. None of you, from what you can see of her, find her fuckable.
That's why
Hey,
if you
Do
for
heard
you
me
the
still
for the
earlier,
get it?
record,
if you
no,
heard me
listen, for
earlier,
the record, I was just gonna say the same thing. If you heard me earlier, I said the same thing. Because in the video, old boy said like she not ugly or nothing like that. You look at the picture, she's still kind of thick. She may not be stupid, dumb thick like she portrayed herself, but the damage is done. You didn't already put her on the flight, you know what I'm saying?
word.
It's like,
You already flew her
it's
out
like
there.
some
She ain't funny face.
yeah,
I mean, but
it's
like I
like
said,
you go
even if
to
she
So
a
didn't
you know,
look
that
you
to
go
good,
me,
it's
a
like
man
going
would
it's
still
like
a
you go
man
to
would
a
find a
movie. It's like
Rastusha
going to a
fuckable.
movie.
that
Yeah,
makes
it's like
this
going
whole
to a movie.
thing.
You
That
pay for
makes
the
this.
ticket up front, and that don't mean that the movie gonna be good when you go into the theater, you know. But you still sit and watch the movie. It's just that's just simple
But
logic
the
that I
fact
see.
that
But
the
like I
way
that's
said,
what
I'm
I'm
gonna
he
get
looked
my
saying.
like
He's
money
he
a
worth.
moved
simp.
though, and then had the audacity, that's the shit that bugged me out. I'm like, bro, you
And
look
that's what
like something that was at the bottom of a shoe just now. What is he talking
right,
about?
and that's
No,
what
I
everybody's
he's
saying
see
he's
not a
where
lame
bad
about.
looking dude.
Nope,
Oh, something
That's
my
what
cat
makes
just
you
his
croaked
know what I'm
whole
up,
saying?
man.
thing. That's what makes his whole thing suspicious. He's not a bad looking dude.
He ugly as heck.
He
He's
might be
not a
gay.
bad looking dude.
But
He
So
had
that
the
makes the whole thing.
he had the
To
go.
me, the whole thing is fake because, like you said,
it's
there's
possible.
plenty of ways to verify what a person looks like.
It's possible.
Right.
Yeah, they both
So
could be
I'm
capping.
sure was on the video with
yeah, they could
her.
be
Who
capping
who,
just
who does
for
that?
clout.
And
No,
then you're gonna
they
turn
definitely
pussy away
they
like she
both could be
busted.
capping though for real. We in this
I think the
new
whole
age
thing
of
is fake.
fake clout or whatever.
I
People
think
do this.
that social media got a lot of people feeling entitled, like they something.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly, like look, like oh boy, like clearly, you feel entitled that you should get a girl, I guess, on that caliber, and you feel you need to like clown her out. Like that's whack
And
as
I said,
hell.
obviously, he couldn't get no girl that caliber because he had to get catfish just to get a girl that type of caliber. And he
Well, I
thought
mean,
he
you
was
have
going
to
to get
pay
That
no.
he
ultimately.
let
Like you have
leave.
to really
That
trip.
he let
Like if you
leave
think
and
about it, like you got to
videotape.
trip to get it.
He
Even
ain't
still
I
though,
mean, he got tricked,
she's
but either
still
way, if he
pretty
ran into
though.
a bad bitch her side, like he wanted, the girl that he wanted in the video, on the picture, he would have found a girl
No, what
in
I'm
his
saying is
area with
he has
that
to
same look.
pay either way. So like you,
I
what
mean,
kind of like
even
you
if he
still
has to
paying
pay,
for it?
even if
Like
he found a hoe, he could find a hoe like that on the strip. Easy. You still got catfish, bro. And you ran into that.
but
But
he looked like he
even
about
still,
That was
like
some
bruh,
peace out shit.
even
he
still,
was
bruh
all
tripping.
chasing after.
Even still though,
That
bruh
nigga was
tripping. Because again,
feeding.
I flew this female out
All
here.
right. Everybody talking at the same time. Let's start with Lucky and then go down, and then you guys talk one by one. Because everybody
I
talking.
just don't think that he's very attractive anyway on the G. And he probably about 5'5". His chest ain't that big. And
Bad.
I would be glad somebody even took the time to fly out there to get rejected. He
Probably
don't
fucked around a catfish too.
but
Lucky,
he
what was
should
you saying
but
about the
both of them
powder?
should have visually seen each other and made sure that they was gonna, what everybody looked like before she flew out there. I don't know why they wouldn't be using those, like y'all said, the WhatsApp and all of that. You gotta secure the
Your
whole
investment.
situation before you take a trip to another state. You want to make sure everything is in place. So
But
that's
Lucky, what
all.
was you telling people about powder?
No, I was telling them that some of these dudes, some of these rapper dudes, and all those other, they do powder and stuff,
That
and
booger sugar?
them sugar boogers. They do the sugar boogers.
That booger sugar right there.
And they dicks don't work. People think that doing powder is gonna make your dick stay hard, and it don't. Your dick is gonna be taffy and it's gonna be soft, and it ain't gonna work. And don't nobody want to fuck no soft dick. I mean, it's not gonna work.
They
So
just said gummy gummy.
a lot of these rapper
Snap a
people y'all
rubber
be
band at the
dealing with,
back of their neck.
they coked up. They coked up, and they dick ain't gonna work anyway.
Mm.
But that's all.
All right, Timotheus.
Well, I said what I said before. Like, I think he a lame for how he did it. That's because, now that everybody's saying that they both could be capping, that's also true. Because, like everybody's saying, there's too many other platforms that you could use to verify, what you're looking at. Like, and the fact that she's not ugly, because at the same time, they could have FaceTime or whatever and just only seen her face. And he said himself that she's not ugly, so if she's attractive in the face, I can see him being like, "Oh, she bad. I've seen the pictures, and I'm gonna fly her out." Boop boop boop. And that just didn't go right the way he planned it. But it's still corny and all of that to try to blast her. I think that part could be to pander to that whole like you were saying, the Godfather and all of that. I think that possibly could be done for that, especially with the baby just did it like what 2 3 weeks ago. So this dude, a club promoter or something, and he probably think he on that level and wanted to, hold himself up and make himself feel like he's somebody.
All right. Tazia.
What he just said, honestly, because it just seemed like it was too many ways to go around that. Honestly, it was too many ways to verify. It was too many ways to, like, where was the communication before this? Like, did y'all just meet like a day ago or that day, and you just had fly around or whatever the fuck case may be? Like, there should have been some type of communication before that. You know what I'm saying? You should have been at least been able to see her through some type of means of camera, so where I mean, other than just still picture. And on top of that, look at the pictures itself. It looks photoshopped. Period.
I
If you look
honestly,
at the floor,
that
it looks Photoshop.
a little bit.
It looks Photoshop. If you look at, like, say for the one where she's in the gray spandex shorts, if you look under the floor, you can see the floor turning into her ass. It's like curved type shit. So that's one. The other one where she's in the bathroom, if you look where she's sitting, the part of the mirror is kind of like squeezed in. You can see it's like squeezed in, and the part her where the sink is at, you can see that kind of like curved. You can tell the shit was Photoshop. It was a fucked up, horrible job of Photoshop. So he just felt it was one of those I see and I got eyes and it's just oh my god and it's amazing and I just want it. And instead of using common sense, like bro, hey, it's really not
Yeah,
that simple.
he was thinking with the little head and not the big head. And men do that.
Exactly.
We
That's
all
exactly what he was doing. He was thinking with the little head to the big head, like not thinking that whole type shit. You know what I mean? He was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna fly out and fly out and get what I get from there, and that's just it. So he could brag with his homies, like, yeah, I'll just bang this one out.
right.
You know what I mean?
I was
I
just
really
about to say that
feel
he probably gassed
like he
himself up with his
exposed her.
boys.
Exactly, because I feel like if they had communication, right? Say for example, they had communication beforehand, right? And he might have told, because I know my niggas around me, especially my niggas that's always around me and shit like that. They always showing off what girl they just got with, or what girl they playing a game with, or what girl they talking to, or whatever the case may be. That type of situation. So we don't know if he was over there like, yo, dogs, this is IG model. Y'all probably know her. This and the third, about to bang that. Niggas is like, nah, you not touching that nigga because look who you look like. You know what I mean? And he finally threw that out there, and then he felt embarrassed because what you gonna go back to your boys with? That's one. Two, she probably got a lot of followers if she's an IG model. So there's the two-way situation of why he could have exposed that situation. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I feel about that situation.
All right.
All right.
Dom.
From my original point, if you flew homegirl out there, bro, get your money's worth. Ain't no reason to clown shorty. I think that's corny to me. Man, get your money worth. You flew her out there to do what you wanted to do. Get your money worth with that. But also, I do feel like this is it's one of them fake videos. I feel like for real. That's how I feel about the situation. I think they both doing it for clout or to get more followers or whatever. So it is what it is.
All right. We're gonna go to Jim's just entered. Go ahead, Jim.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Hey.
I just think the moral of the story is stop being superficial. If he flew her out there because he genuinely liked her personality, it wouldn't matter that her ass wasn't as big as the pictures. So that's kind of what he gets for lusting after somebody on social media, in my opinion.
But
Yeah, and then the
also,
superficial thing can go on her too for being
Yeah.
not being superficial to the point where you buying into this whole look. Uh
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's all superficial
you
at the end of the day.
hey,
BBL.
but also though, ain't no dude really studying. I know y'all was talking about you can tell the photos, Photoshop. Ain't no dude really studying that like
Yeah,
that
but
though.
again, you guys don't even care either. That's the thing. Like, don't
Like for
act
real.
surprised
Come
if
on,
y'all
man.
That's
really
the
don't
whole
care.
point. That's the whole moral is
Like,
that dude
the,
was not paying attention to anything other
You
than
weren't
some
paying attention,
ass.
and really, y'all ultimately don't
So
care.
yeah, like if he liked her as
like
a person, like I said, it wouldn't have mattered. So obviously,
that's
joke's
a
really
fact.
on him.
I
So
mean, yeah.
that's how
Like
I feel about
she's
it.
still pretty. She's still pretty. She can still get it.
All right. Well, we heard from everybody. Nene, is there anything else? Oh, I think Nene just talked. Virgo, was there anything else you wanted to say?
No, I didn't leave my last final in once. I mean, like I said, I think to me the moral of the story is men just need to have better discernment. Like y'all should already know by now what to expect. Don't be getting in and gonna be a surprise and trying to embarrass a girl. That's your L to take.
I want to know if Virgo and Nene catfish. Where
No,
y'all picture at?
no, I do not.
Shut
Where
up,
y'all
Dom.
picture at?
I just wanted to say, for all the
No, I'm
reasons
just messing.
everybody is saying on here, is why I don't even believe this post is real.
Right.
I can believe that too.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
Like,
people will
this
do
might be fake,
anything to
yo.
trend, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
But he just played himself because now everybody knows he's the type of nigga that will put you on social media if you don't like how you look. So he lost 2 times. He lost
Exactly.
Yeah,
airline
but the
money.
girls are still gonna be thirsty though. They still gonna be like, "Well, I look like my picture, so fly me out." You know what I'm saying? Because he
Then
living
you really
like
losing. He
he
got the bottom of the barrel.
he living that like IG flex lifestyle, like showing watches, showing jewelry, showing cars. Like
Does
his
he
No,
really? Because
no.
he kind of
Somebody,
don't even
somebody
really
in the
look like it,
comments
to be
said he was
honest.
mad because that was his last 400.
yeah.
I
If
can
you
believe
go to
that.
his Instagram, he's showing like himself in front of like luxury cars and trying to you know what I'm saying, like one of those IG flexers.
Yeah,
So
it means he lacking
That's crazy
everywhere
because he
else.
looked like a dusty. Even the like designer stuff looked like something you could get found at the flea
yeah.
market.
Anybody that feel like they got to
What's
get
wrong with
on
the flea
social
market?
media and flex
Ain't nothing
is
wrong with it,
lacking
but
in
you
real
kind of
life.
flex like it's real stuff and just look cheap.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I can go to
obviously don't have it
motherfucking
going on.
Slauson swap meet. Fuck you mean?
The hell up, Dom.
Yeah,
Look, yeah, they on your head talk about Teflon Don asking the ladies if they're catfish. You gotta pick up, but you're not on camera. Are you a catfish?
That's cuz.
That's right. Are you catfish, Dom?
Hey, go back and look at old Neat videos. You can see me for real. How
No,
about that?
they on this video. They might not have. They ain't.
Or
Yeah, we don't know who
go
you
to
are.
my Instagram.
They
Who
on
is
this.
you?
Go to my Instagram. You will see who I am.
You must have been something. Anyways, moral of the story is at the end of the day, ladies, try to use your discernment to stop putting yourself in these type of situations because niggas are getting gratification out of so-called embarrassing you. They getting their rocks off and it's thrilling them. So use your discernment as much as possible. Now, even with using your discernment, you can still end up in a situation with a goofy because sometimes we get tricked. Now, fellas, you also need to use your discernment as well. If you sitting out here trying to pay for the box and everything like that, you need to make sure the merchandise that you're paying for is given what it's supposed to give. You need to FaceTime a girl. If you ain't never seen her in person, you never met in person, you need to FaceTime her with no makeup on. Okay? If she can't never FaceTime you at all ever without her makeup on, and then that's a person that you should not be flying out. You FaceTime her without her makeup on. You FaceTime her when she feeling sexy or she got her makeup on as well. Now, does she have to FaceTime you every single time without her makeup? No. But you should definitely see the merchandise that you paying for if you out here trying to do these types of exchanges. You should definitely be doing more of a vetting process, because getting online trying to embarrass people and all of that is out. You need to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, her pictures ain't heavily filtered, you know, and that what's gonna show up is what's gonna show up, period. um and that's just that. Like, when I talk to guys, I'm gonna FaceTime you. Now, every single time I FaceTime you, I'm not about to FaceTime you every single time looking crazy. Because every time I'm at home, for the most part of it, I got my wig off and I got my straight back Cleo braids. Now, I'm not gonna FaceTime you every time looking like that. Now, but you know, let me
But Nick,
know.
you got a lot of hair though.
I don't care. What that mean? That I
No,
got a lot of hair.
no, I'm just saying a lot of females take that wig off and be looking like Jada Pinkett.
When I take my wig off, I'm looking like her too, because I got straight back braids in.
Nick, you got hair though. You got it from. But anyway.
But what I'm saying is, the most times I have my Cleo braids in. That's what I'm telling you. I get off live, I wet this wig, I lift it off my head, and I set it on the counter. So, therefore, if a nigga wants to, you know, make an appointment, okay? You need to make a FaceTime appointment when she feeling cute, and you need to make a FaceTime appointment when she ain't got no makeup on, so that you can make sure that when she go to sleep, she gonna wake up how she went, you know what I'm saying? Decent, okay? And that's just that on that. Like, y'all need to do a little bit more vetting before you trying to send and spend your money. Okay? That's just that.